we're going to look at an application of two distance formulas. So a triangle has vertices -3, 0, 0, 4, and C, 5, 2. So first what we need to do is graph these points, because what we're going to do is we need to find the altitude h from vertex B to side AC, and then we're going to find the area of the triangle. So plotting these points, we have A is -3, 0, so this is A, and then B is 0, 4, and C is 5, 2. So here is our triangle. And so we want to find the altitude h from vertex B to side AC. So remember, an altitude drops straight down and it's perpendicular to that other side. Okay? And that's going to help us with our area of the triangle, because it's 1/2 base times height for the area of a triangle. So what we need to do is we're going to first find the equation of AC. So one thing to do, you can find the slope. You can either use slope formula, or because we graphed it, we can go the short way and just use rise over run. So it's up to, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So up to over 8, we know that the slope, and it's positive, is 1/4 for that line. And so let's use the point slope formula, and we're going to use x, y here, x1, y1. So y minus 0 equals the slope 1/4 times x minus a -3, so that'll be a +3. And so what we want to do is, we want it in standard form, so let's go ahead and multiply by 4 to both sides. So we end up getting 4y equals x plus 3. Now we need to set it equal to 0. So let's move the 4y to the other side. So we get 0 equals x minus 4y plus 3 as our equation of AC. And so now to find the altitude, we're going to use the equation of AC and the point B, right? So that's what we did earlier. So B is 0, 4. And so that distance, so distance equals A, so remember A is here, A, B, C. So this is going to be 1 times 0 minus 4 times 4 plus 3 all over the square root of 1 squared, and then plus a -4 squared. So this is going to be -16 plus 3, which is going to be absolute value of -13 over the square root of 16 plus 1, that is square root of 17. So that distance, that altitude, is 13 over root 17 units. And of course we should rationalize the denominator. So that's 13 root 17 over 17. Okay, so it's good to have both. Now what we need to do is find the area of the triangle. So to find the area of the triangle, we need to find the distance of A times C. So remember, the area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. So our base in this case is AC, so we need that length. We already know the height is 13 over root 17. So let's find that length. So in order to find the length, that is distance equals the square roots. And so A and C, right? So x1, y1, x2, y2. So we're using these points here. So that's going to be -3 minus 5 squared plus 0 minus 2 squared. So this equals the square root of 8 squared, which is 64. And then -2 squared will be a +4. So therefore, this is 64 plus 4, which is the square root of 68. So let's go down here. And then we need to simplify that. So square root of 68, I know that 4 goes into it. So that's 4 times 17. So the distance is 2 root 17 for AC. So now we can apply the area of the triangle. So area of the triangle is 1/2 times the base. The base is the AC, which is 2 root 17, times the height, so 13 over root 17. So in this case, it's kind of helpful to leave it as unrationalized for now. And then we simplify. So notice 2's cancel, the root 17's cancel. So therefore, the area of the triangle ends up being 13 square units. Okay, so just using a lot of what we learned in this section and applying it to the last problem. So try this example. This is a triangle that has vertices -2, 0, 0, 5, 4, 3. Find the altitude, so you need to plot the points, find the height, and then you're going to find the area of the triangle. So trying this out, I worked sideways on here. So you should have graphed your triangle here. And then you would find that the equation is x minus 2y plus plus 2. And then you apply the distance formula here to try to figure out what this height is using that formula. And so you would find that that would be 8 over root 5 units. Then you need to find the area of the triangle. So you find the length of A times C. The length of AC. You find that distance is 3 square root of 5. And then so you plug it in, 1/2 times the base, which is 3 root 5, times the height, 8 root 5, and you find your final answer is 4 times 3, which is 12 square units.